Hi friends, this is Monish back here with a brand new The Hindu Editorial Daily Analysis. So, in this session, you are going to see the September 10th latest current affairs. September 10th latest daily editorial. So, the first part we have vocabulary. In the first vocabulary, we can see that the first word we have aversion. The first word is aversion. Aversion is a noun and aversion means virakti. Aversion means virakti. A strong dislike or disinclination towards something. A strong dislike or disinclination towards something is called as aversion. Synonyms of aversion are reluctance and repulsion. Reluctance and repulsion. So again, something which is against is called as aversion. Then antonyms we have fondness, inclination. Fondness and inclination are the opposite of the word aversion. Example: the medical field's aversion to risk hampers innovation and startup culture. So, the medical field's dislike to risk hampers innovation and startup culture. And next word we have on the screen, callousness. The next word is callousness. This is also, it acts as a noun and it means nirlakshamu. Callousness means nirlakshamu. Insensitive and cruel disregard for others. Insensitive and cruel disregard, ignoring something for others, is called as callousness. Sorry. Synonyms are insensitivity, heartlessness. Insensitivity and heartlessness are the synonyms of callousness. And opposite of it are sensitivity, empathy. Sensitivity and empathy are the antonyms of callousness. Example: the callousness of the manager's decision to fire employees before the holidays was widely criticized. So, the callousness of the manager, the cruel disregard of the manager's decision to fire the employees before the holidays was widely criticized. So, his decision was widely criticized by the people because of his cruel disregard. And the next word we have is overwhelming. The next word is overwhelming and it acts as an adjective. Overwhelming acts as an adjective and overwhelming means viparitamaina. Overwhelming means viparitamaina. Very intense, too great to deal with. Very intense and too great to deal with. And synonyms of overwhelming are overpowering and massive. Overpowering and massive are the similar meaning to overwhelming. And antonyms we have trivial, negligible. Trivial and negligible are the opposite or antonyms of the word overwhelming. Example: we have the overwhelming support for the candidate ensured his victory. So the overwhelming means intense support for the candidate ensured his victory. So for any person or any candidate, if he has a good or proper support, then his victory is for sure. The next word we have is skepticism. The next word is skepticism and it acts as a noun. Skepticism acts as noun and it means samsayavadam. Samsayavadam. A doubtful or questioning attitude. A doubtful or questioning attitude is called as skepticism. Synonyms are distrust, suspicion. Distrust and suspicion. something which cannot be trusted or have any doubts on it. Then antonyms are conviction, certainty. Conviction and certainty means sure thing. Example we have the education minister expressed skepticism about the reliability of peer perception scores. So the education minister expressed a doubtful or questioning attitude about the reliability, about the trustability of peer perception scores. The next word we have is conspicuous. The next word on the screen we have is conspicuous. It acts as an adjective and it means prasfutanga, very noticeable or attracting attention. Very noticeable or attracting attention is called as conspicuous. And synonyms or similar meaning of conspicuous are evident, visible, evident and visible. Antonyms are inconspicuous and subtle. Inconspicuous and subtle are the antonyms are opposite of conspicuous, which means attracting. Then example we have the omission of disadvantaged groups in the OI parameter is a conspicuous flaw in the NIRF ranking. So the omission of disadvantaged groups in the OI parameter is a conspicuous, is a visible flaw in the NIRF ranking. And the next word on the screen we have is racked up. The next word is racked up, which is a verb. Racked up means సమకూర్ సమకూర్చుకోవడం. Racked up means సమకూర్చుకోవడం. To achieve or accumulate something, to group something together or to accumulate something is called as racked up. Synonyms are amassed and garnered. Amassed and garnered. Then antonyms we have lost or missed. Antonyms we have is lost or missed. Example of racked up are Fulton has racked up impressive achievements as a coach. So Fulton is coach and he had racked up impressive achievements as a coach. So here racked up can be used for showing the achievements. Has achievements impressive of as a coach. As a coach, he had some he had accumulated some of the achievements as a coach. The next word we have is mojo. Mojo is a noun and mojo means utsaham, atmaviswasam, a special quality that gives success, energy or confidence. A special quality that gives success, energy or confidence is called as mojo. Synonyms are energy and spirit. Energy and spirit. Opposite or antonyms of the word mojo are defeat, lethargy. Defeat and lethargy. Lethargy means lazy or sluggish, which is sluggish is called as lethargic. Example we have with this victory, the Indian hockey team seems to got its mojo back. So as we all know that Indian hockey team got the victory in the recent time, so it had got its mojo back. It means it had got its self confidence or spirit back again after the winning. The next word we have is sweltering. The next word is sweltering and sweltering acts as an adjective. Sweltering acts as an adjective and it means ubbaram. Extremely hot and uncomfortable. extremely hot and uncomfortable is called as sweltering. Synonyms: boiling, blistering. Boiling and blistering are also in similar meaning with sweltering, which means hot. Opposite or antonyms of the word sweltering are cool, pleasant. Cool and pleasant. As we know, sweltering means feeling uncomfortable and hot. So opposite will be cool and which will be pleasant. The example of sweltering is the player struggled in the sweltering, sticky heat of Bihar. So the players struggled in the sweltering. So hot and uncomfortable place, sticky heat or Bihar. So the sports event were done in Bihar, and the climate condition there was sweltering, which means hot and uncomfortable. The next word we have is huffing. The next word is huffing, and huffing can be acted as both a noun as well as a verb. Huffing can be used as noun or a verb, and huffing means తీవ్రంగా ఊపిరి పీల్చుతూ. తీవ్రంగా ఊపిరి పీలుస్తూ. Breathing heavily or struggling due to exertion or difficulty. So if someone is after a after a sprint or after a sports, we generally see people or the athletes huffing. So huffing means breathing heavily or struggling due to the difficulty. Generally after sports we do see the athletes huffing. So synonyms are puffing and struggling. Puffing and struggling are the synonyms of the word huffing, and opposite or antonyms of huffing are gliding, flowing. Gliding and flowing, which means without any difficulty, smoothly. Example we have: the team was huffling its way to narrow wins in the initial matches. So the team was huffing its way to narrow wins in the initial matches. And the next word we have is reassertion. Reassertion. Reassertion acts as a noun. Reassertion acts as a noun and it means punasharana. Reassertion means punasharana. The act of stating or showing something again with confidence. So showing again something with confidence is called as reassertion. Synonyms are confirmation, renewal, confirmation and renewal. And antonyms are negation, contradiction, negation and contradiction, which is claimed to be false. And example sentence we have: the Asia Cup victory was a reassertion of India's dominance in the continental hockey. So as we all know, hockey is the national sports of India. So the Asian Cup victory was a reassertion, was the act of showing up something with confidence of the hockey game dominance in India with this victory. And we have successfully completed the first part of today's class, which is vocabulary. And now let us move on to the second part, one word substitutions. So in this one word substitutions, the first word we have is lexicographer. The first word is lexicographer. Since you all know ER, this ER means a person. ER, Asian, mathematician, politician. So ER or ICIAN, these prefixes gives that it is talking about a person. So lexicographer means a person who compiles, writes or edits dictionaries. So a person who compiles the dictionary is called as lexicographer. So this is also an important question and was asked in many of the SSC examinations. And the next word we have is heliotherapy. Next word we have is heliotherapy, and heliotherapy means the therapeutic use of sunlight to treat medical conditions. So using the sunlight to treat the medical conditions is called as heliotherapy. The next word we have is infirmary. The next word is infirmary, and it means a place where sick or injured people receive medical care, often within an institution like a school, prison, or military facility. So, infirmary is like a place. This is a place just similar with the common word called as sick room. So, generally, we do hear the word sick room. Sick room means the place where sick or injured people get medical care. So, sick room's official word will be infirmary. So, the next word we have is cougher, and it means a person employed to drive a private or hired car for someone. So, instead of just saying a driver, we use this word cougher. So, stay till the last and make sure to attempt the quiz which is at the last of this video. And now let us move on to the next part, idioms and phrases. In idioms and phrases, the first idiom on the screen is to err is a human. To err is human. To err is human mean it's normal for people to make mistakes. It's normal for people to make mistakes. Since we all know every human makes a mistake, to err is human is an idiom to imply it's normal for the common people making the mistakes. And the next idiom we have is cast in the same mold. Cast in the same mold. So yesterday also we got this idiom, so it must be kind of important. Cast in the same mold means having the same character. To be very similar in character to someone else. To be very similar in character to someone else can be represented with the idiom cast in the same mold. The next idiom, every nook and corner. Every nook and corner, and this idiom implies every part or aspect of something. Every part or aspect of something. The next idiom is add fuel to the fire. Add fuel to the fire. We all know we have all been listening this from our childhood. Add fuel to the fire means to make a bad situation worse. To make an argument or a bad situation worse. Making something even more bad. And the next idiom is to make mountain of the molehill. To make mountain of the molehill. To make mountain of the molehill, this generally implies to cause something unimportant to seem important. To cause something unimportant to seem important. To make any unimportant thing seem as important is called as making mountain of the molehill. So now let us see the previously asked questions regarding this vocabulary. So SSC CGL 2019 Tier 2, the question was asked, choose the correct synonym of aversion. So the first vocabulary word we have itself is aversion, and aversion means dislike. Aversion means dislike or strong disinclination. And in SSC CGL 2013 Tier 1, callousness mean. The word callousness mean. Callousness mean cruel disregard, ignoring someone. Cruel disregard is callousness. And SSC CGL 2017, a person who compels dictionaries. A person who compels dictionaries is called as lexicographer. We have seen this word in the one word substitution of today's class. And now SBI PO Mains 2018, every nook and corner. Every nook and corner means every part or aspect. Completing everything is called as every nook and corner. So that's it for today's class. Hope you did enjoy the session. If you did like the session, then make sure to like the video and also share this video with the friends who is preparing for the competitive exams. And if you want the PDF of this class as well as quiz related to vocabulary, then make sure to join the Telegram channel English with Technical Monish, which the link is given in the description, or else you can join by scanning this QR code. So see you guys in tomorrow's class. So be sharp at 7 a.m. and let's continue our class tomorrow with new words and new vocabulary. And don't forget to practice this as well as use them in your day-to-day conversations to become a fluent master in English. See you guys in tomorrow's video. Till then, keep studying. Goodbye.